In the domain of international relations, military diplomacy has in recent years emerged as a major tool to further diplomatic interests of nations. Participation in international level military exercises is an indication of the highest level of trust and confidence between the member nations. It is a key confidence building measure and an indication of the faith reposed by India on another nation or a group of member nations. On the operational side, military exercises enable militaries to understand each other's drills and procedures, overcome language barriers, and facilitate familiarization with equipment capabilities. It also facilitates understanding and familiarization with new technologies that other countries may be utilizing and enables on-the-job training of each other's crews. This is particularly useful in the event of joint operations, whether in war or in operations other than war, which might be humanitarian aid, disaster relief, anti-piracy, etc. A fine example also we can consider that the most important advantage of joint military exercises is about strategic signaling, and on the intangible side, military exercises promote brotherhood and camaraderie between soldiers and militaries. Besides goodwill, it is a tool for projection of a nation's soft power, which include culture, language, customs, beliefs, food habits, and lifestyle. Soldiers all over the world have almost similar rank and organizational structures, which helps establish a unique spirit of bonding and friendship between their communities, irrespective of the country of origin. Hello everyone and welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I am Hemant and I would like to give you a detailed analysis of the important military exercises of the Indian Armed Forces. And yes, I do know that it is very crucial for you to understand and remember these exercises if you are a defense aspirant, and it is a very important and time consuming job also to get all the details, and that is the reason why we have done a very easy job for you and we have accumulated all the information for you. In this series of lectures, we will give you proper information about these. SSB Crack Exams has always been the most sought after Android application by millions of students and defense aspirants across India who are dreaming to join the armed forces of our country. We provide you unique lecture content, hundreds of study materials, thousands of sample practice questions, exercises and quizzes. Our mock tests are made specially keeping in view of the latest exam patterns. So do download the app and subscribe to our favorite course. Also, please do follow us on all sorts of social media platforms to keep yourself updated with the important Indian and international inputs. Beginning with the first and foremost exercise that I want to give you in a very detailed way is regarding the Malabar 2020 exercise, because this is the very recently conducted exercise and it is a very crucial update that we are getting regarding Malabar 2020. So Malabar 20 is conducted by 4 important nations along with our country. It includes Japan, Australia and United States. Remember what are they? They are Japan, Australia and United States. So these 4 are the important countries that come. All of these 4 countries are known as the quadrilateral grouping countries, or in the short form they are also known as the Quad. Okay, so the Quad nations are those that are conducting the Malabar 2020. It is conducted in 2 phases. The phase 1 was conducted from 3rd November 2020 to 6th of November 2020, 4 days. And again the phase 2 is conducted from 17th to 20th of November 2020. The phase 1 was conducted in the eastern side of our country in the shores of Visakhapatnam in the Bay of Bengal, while the phase 2 is conducted on the western side of our country, that is in the northern Arabian Sea. I would like to give you a detail regarding inputs that the Indian ships that have participated in the phase 1 of the exercise. They include INS Ranvijay, which is the indigenously built destroyer, INS Shivalik, which is a frigate, INS Sukanya, which is an offshore patrol vessel, INS Shakti, which is a fleet support ship, INS Sindhuraj, which is a Sindhu Ghosh submarine, and we also had advanced jet trainer Hawk aircraft, long range maritime patrol aircraft P-8I. Also, the Dornier maritime patrol aircraft and various other helicopters have participated in the phase 1 of the Malabar 2020 exercise at the shores of Visakhapatnam in the Bay of Bengal. Along with these particular Indian ships, the United States USS John S. McCain, which is a guided missile destroyer of America. Then comes HMAS Ballarat, which is a long-range frigate, which is integral MH-60 helicopter from the Australia. And then from Japan, the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force, GMSDF, The Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force ship GMSDF Onami with its integral SH-60 helicopter has participated from the Japanese side. So these three important naval assets have been participating with all of these important Indian naval ships in the phase 1, and that particular exercise was considered to be extremely successful. If we go through the phase 2 regarding this particular exercise, and in the phase 2, our whole and sole aircraft carrier INS Vikramaditya participated along with its integral MiG-29K fighter aircrafts and helicopters. Along with INS Vikramaditya, INS Kolkata and INS Chennai both are Kolkata class stealth destroyers. They have also participated, and along with that INS Talwar, which is a Talwar class stealth frigate, INS Deepak, which is a fleet support ship, and INS Khanderi, which is a Kalvari class indigenously built submarine, even that also participated along with the other PA maritime reconnaissance aircrafts. And in this particular phase 2 of the exercise that is conducted in the Northern Arabian Sea, so in that particular one, USS Nimitz, which is an aircraft carrier from the America with its integral F-18 and E-2C Hawkeye fighter aircrafts, has participated. Along with that, the United States ships Princeton and Sterett, both of them are Ticonderoga class cruiser and Arleigh Burke class destroyer respectively. They have also participated. From the Australia side, the same HMAS Ballarat, which is an Anzac class frigate, and then the GMSDF Onami, which is a Japanese destroyer, has also participated in this particular exercise. If we go through in this particular detail, that Malabar series of maritime exercises commenced in 1992 as a bilateral Indian Navy United States Navy exercise. Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force joined Malabar in 2015, and in 2020, which is the 24th edition, which is conducted in this particular year, has witnessed participation of the Royal Australian Navy in this joint maritime exercise. The exercise is being conducted as a non-contact at sea only exercise in view of the COVID-19 pandemic, and it is conducted as a very crucial exercise. This is a very important one as a deterrent towards the Chinese suppressionist policies, and it is an answer given towards the China in giving and maintaining the naval prowess that our country and the quadrilateral group nations are possessing. The goal of the exercise is commitment to an open, inclusive Indo-Pacific and a rules-based international order, and it also includes shared values of trust and mutual defense interest. Going through with the next important exercise is regarding the SLYNEX 20, which can be full formed as the Sri Lanka India Naval Exercise 2020. This is under the participation of both the Indian Navy and the Sri Lankan Navy. It is conducted from 19th of October 2020 to 21st of October 2020, which includes 3 days. And where was it conducted? It was conducted at Trincomalee in Sri Lanka. Remember, this particular one was conducted in Trincomalee in Sri Lanka. And if we go through the ships that are participated in the SLYNEX 1, the Indian ships include INS Kamorta, which is an anti-submarine warfare corvette, and then INS Kiltan, which is also an anti-submarine warfare corvette. So, 2 ASW corvettes have participated. They included INS Kamorta and INS Kiltan, and along with that, we also had advanced light helicopters, the Chetak helicopters and Dornier maritime patrol aircrafts too participated in the SLYNEX 2020. When India has given its crucial important ships, the warships, onto this particular exercise, the Sri Lanka has also kept itself in participating. The SLN Sayura, which is an offshore patrol vessel, and SLN Gajabahu has also participated in the SLYNEX 2020 exercise. If we go through in detail regarding the SLYNEX 20, that these series of bilateral maritime exercises were initiated in 2005, making the 2020's edition as the 8th edition. The 7th edition was conducted off Vishakhapatnam in September of 2019. Surface and anti-air exercises including weapon firing, seamanship evolutions, maneuvers and cross-deck flying operations are conducted during the exercise. The exercise is being conducted in a non-contact at sea only format due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The exercise plays a significant role in strengthening bilateral ties and also reiterating India's policy of neighborhood first and security and growth for all in the region, which can be short formed and abbreviated as SAGAR. So the main goal of this particular exercise is because in maintaining the SAGAR exercise and maintaining the SAGAR policy, which includes the security and growth for all in the region and the neighborhood first policy. Going through with the next important and the third exercise is about the exercise Bongo Sagar and the Indian Navy Bangladesh Navy Corpat, which include the coordinated patrol. Both Bongo Sagar and coordinated patrol have been conducted simultaneously on 3rd of October 2020. The Bongo Sagar exercise was conducted, and the next 2 days on 4th and 5th of October 2020 the coordinated patrol was conducted with both the Indian Navy and Bangladesh Navy. So the total exercise would be taken into around 3 days, and the place where it was conducted is in the northern Bay of Bengal. Remember, it is in the northern Bay of Bengal. If you have to go through the Indian Navy and the Bangladesh Navy ships that are participated, from the Indian side, INS Kiltan and INS Kukri. INS Kiltan and INS Kukri, both of them are anti-submarine. One is anti-submarine warfare corvette and the other one is the guided missile corvette. And we also had the P8I maritime patrol aircraft and integral helicopters also participated from the Indian side. From the Bangladesh Navy side, BNS Abu Bakr, which is a guided missile frigate, and BNS Protoy, which is a guided missile corvette. Along with that, its own maritime patrol aircraft and integral helicopters also participated in this particular exercise. If you want to go through in detail, that we have to understand that this is the second edition of the exercise. It assumes greater significance since it is being conducted during Mujib Barsho, which is the 100th birth anniversary of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Indian Navy and Bangladesh Navy units undertook joint patrolling during the international maritime boundary line. And the goal of the exercise is reflecting the priority that Indian Navy accords to Bangladesh Navy as a part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of Sagar, which can be full formed as security and growth for all in the region. Going through with the next important one is regarding the JIMEX 20. JIMEX can be full formed as the Japan-India Maritime Exercise. This is conducted between the Indian Navy and the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force Navy. And when was it conducted? It was conducted 3 days from 26th to 28th of September 2020. It was conducted in the Northern Arabian Sea in the western coast of our country. And if we go through the details regarding the ships that are participated, the Indian ships included INS Chennai, which is an indigenously built stealth destroyer, INS Tarkash, which is a Teghri class stealth frigate, INS Deepak, which is a fleet tanker, and various other maritime patrol aircrafts and integral helicopters have participated. The foreign ships, that is the Japanese ships that have participated, included the GM-SDF Kaga, which is an Izumo class helicopter destroyer. Then comes the GM-SDF Ikazushi, which is a guided missile destroyer, and various other maritime patrol aircraft and integral helicopters too participated. So it is GM-SDF Kaga, GM-SDF Ikazushi, INS Chennai, INS Tarkash, INS Deepak, and various other maritime patrol aircrafts and integral helicopters were a part of the JIMEX 2020 exercise. I would like to remind you that this series of exercises commenced in January 2012 with special focus on maritime security cooperation. The last edition of JIMEX was conducted in October of 2018 off the Visakhapatnam coast in India. JIMEX will be conducted once in every 2 years, and this edition is a non-contact at-sea only exercise. The goal of the JIMEX 2020 is to enhance the cooperation and mutual confidence between the two navies and fortify the long-standing bond of friendship between the two countries. Going through with the next important exercise is regarding exercise Nasim Al-Bar, which can be translated as the Sea Breeze exercise. This is between the Indian Navy and the Royal Navy of Oman. It is conducted one day, that is on 5th of January 2020 at the Mormugao port in the shores of Goa. The important ships that are participated from the Indian side in the exercise Sea Breeze, they include INS BS, which is a Brahmaputra class frigate, INS Subhadra, which is a Sukanya class patrol vessel, and various maritime patrol aircrafts and integral helicopters. From the Oman Navy, they included the Royal Navy of Oman, RNO ship, RNOV Al Rasikh, and RNOV Khasab. Both of these are those important ships that are participated in the Sea Breeze exercise. This is a very, very important exercise, and it is being conducted since the year of 1993. This exercise will have two phases, namely the harbor phase, which is in Goa, followed by the sea phase of the Goa coast. During the harbor phase, the countries will conduct subject matter expert exchanges on professional topics. On the other hand, sea phase will have reciprocal receptions and planning conferences. The goal of the Sea Breeze exercise is increase interoperability amongst the two navies and develop common understanding and procedures for maritime security operations. Going through with the next important exercise is regarding the Indra 19. This is conducted in the 2019 year, which is the last year, and this is between the Indian Tri-Services and the Russian Tri-Services. Since I am discussing regarding the naval exercises, I will be discussing only about the Indian Navy and the Russian Navy participation in the Indra exercise. In the coming up days, I will also tell you about how in this particular Indra exercise, the Indian Air Force and the Indian Army have consequently participated with the Russian Air Force and the Russian Army respectively in the coming up series. So please stay tuned for that. Regarding this particular one, I would like to tell you that Indra 19 exercise was conducted from 10th of December 2019 to 19th of December 2019, which can be summated to around 10 days. Okay, and where was it conducted? It was conducted at the land-based exercises were conducted in Uttar Pradesh. The naval operations were conducted in Goa, and the air operations are conducted in the outskirts of Pune in Maharashtra. Now, since we are discussing the naval exercises, I would like to focus only on the naval operations that are conducted in the Goa, and in those important operations, the naval operations between the Indian Navy and the Russian Navy, the Indian ships that have participated in this particular exercise, they included INS Tarkash, which is a Te class stealth frigate, and INS Aditya, which is a replenishment and repair ship. Okay, along with these two ships, 4 MiG-29K fighter aircrafts and the maritime patrol aircrafts and integral helicopters also participated. The Russian naval ships included the Russian Federation Navy ship Yaroslav Mudry, RUFN ship Viktor Konetsky, and RUFN ship Elena. So these three are the Russian naval ships, and they have also participated along with their integral helicopters. We have to understand that Indra initially began as a bilateral naval exercise between the Indian and the Russian Federation navies in 2003. Other activities conducted as a part of the harbor phase of the exercise included joint operations planning, communication trials, professional lectures, and friendly football, basketball, and volleyball matches between both the naval personnel. The goal of this particular exercise is increase interoperability amongst the two forces and develop common understanding and procedures for global security operations. Going through with the next important exercise is regarding the exercise Zair al-Bahr, which can be translated as the exercise of the roar of the sea. This is between the Indian Navy and the Qatari Emirate Navy, which is the Qatar Navy. So this is regarding the Emirate of Qatar, and both of these are very, very important countries, and it is very important that this exercise is considered to be a crucial one. It was conducted 5 days from 17th of November 2019 to 21st of November 2019. Among these 5 days, the first 3 days was known for the harbor phase, and the final 2 days were the sea phase exercises. So both harbor phase and sea phase is considered to be very, very important one. And this exercise Roar of the Sea, this was conducted in Doha in Qatar, which is the capital of the Qatar city, okay, the Qatar country. So this is a very, very important one. And the ships that are participated in this particular exercise, they included INS Trikand, which is a guided missile stealth frigate, and the P-8I maritime patrol aircraft. From the Qatar Navy, it was Barzan class fast attack craft, which was equipped with an anti-ship missile, and the Rafale multitask fighter aircraft also participated in this particular exercise. Regarding this particular one, we have to understand that this is the inaugural session of the bilateral maritime exercise between the two navies. That means this is for the first time that India is participating with the Qatar Navy. The exercise will include a 3-day harbor phase and 2 days sea phase. The sea phase will include tactical maritime exercise involving the domains of surface action, air defense, maritime surveillance and interdiction operation, and anti-terrorism. Goal of the exercise include the strengthening the robust defense cooperation between the two countries, especially in the fight against terrorism, maritime piracy, and maritime security. Going through with the next important exercise is regarding exercise Samudra Shakti. Exercise Samudra Shakti is between the Indian Navy and the Indonesian Navy. This is conducted from 6th of November to 7th of November 2019. It is just a 2-day exercise, and it was conducted off the Visakhapatnam coast in the Bay of Bengal. If we go through the ships that have participated in this particular exercise, they include the INS Kamorta, which is an anti-submarine warfare corvette, and from the Indonesian Navy side, it was KRI Usman Harun, which is a multi-role corvette. KRI Usman Haroon arrived Visakhapatnam on 4th of November 2019 to participate in the second edition of Exercise Samudra Shakti. The joint exercises included maneuvers, surface warfare exercises, air defense exercises, weapon firing drills, helicopter operations and boarding operations. The goal of Exercise Samudra Shakti is strengthen the robust defense cooperation between the two countries. Going through the final and the most important exercise is regarding the Indo-Thai Corpat 2019. Corpat simply meaning the coordinated patrol. This is a very important one. Wherever you see Corpat, it simply means the coordinated patrol. Remember this important one, it is a coordinated patrol. So this is conducted in the year of 2019 between the Indian Navy and the Royal Thai Navy. That means in both the countries, India and Thailand navies are participating in this particular exercise, and it was conducted around 11 days in Phuket in Thailand, and it was conducted from 5th of September to 15th of September 2019. Okay, so it was around 11 days or around 10 days of very important crucial series of exercises between both the navies. If you go through the ships and aircraft that are participated, from the Indian side it was INS Kesari, which is an amphibious landing ship. If you can remember, INS Kesari was also a very important ship that was responsible in the phase 1 of the Samudra Setu operation. So Samudra Setu was a very important operation regarding the repatriation of the Indian nationals from various countries and providing food to various other countries which are very crucial for our countries. So INS Kesari was also a part of that particular one. So this particular ship also participated in this particular Indo-Thai Corpat. Along with INS Kesari, our Indian Naval Maritime Patrol Dornier aircraft has participated, and the Thai Navy has also participated with its Dornier aircraft, and the ship that has participated from the Thai Navy was RTN HTMS Karaburi, which is a guided missile frigate. If we go through regarding this particular one, Indian Navy has been participating in the biannual coordinated patrol with the Royal Thai Navy since 2003, and this is the 28th cycle of Indo-Thai Corpat. The goal is to ensure effective implementation of United Nations Convention on the Laws of the Sea, or UNCLOS. UN clause specify regulations regarding protection and conservation of natural resources, conservation of marine environment, prevention and suppression of illegal unregulated fishing activity or drug trafficking, piracy, exchange of information in prevention of smuggling, illegal immigration, and conduct of search and rescue operations at sea. That is it regarding the most important series of exercises that are conducted by the Indian Navy in the first part, and in the coming up in the second part, I will be discussing with you various other important exercises that are being done and conducted by the Indian Navy, and what all things are very important one, and what are the important ships, and the details regarding those exercises will be given in the coming up important series. I hope that this particular session was very useful for you. Please mention in the comment section if there is any more doubts or any queries regarding this particular one. We will be very happy to completely solve your queries. If in case you download our Android app, you can ask all the queries in the discussion box, and every query that is asked in the discussion box will be compulsorily answered from our side. So please download it. Make sure that you subscribe to one of our courses, and make sure that your preparation for examination is going very well and good. Always stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling, be confident. Jai Hind.